மணக்கிறது.
That methi ka smell, it comes nicely, the aroma, like ghee mari. Not added ghee.
But it smells
Let it be.
This is mandolin Srinivas, yeah?
Okay. Give me a plate.
Sani da pa ma da pa ma
No, bada wala. This for you.
You'll make one. Tell me, what are you making? You're making dosha or what?
Yeah.
But you mentioned a different name. What is that name?
Methi ground, methi seeds soaked and ground.
Okay, so what are methi seeds? Fenugreek, right?
So, this is methi seeds.
Oh, so those are methi seeds. Okay, so those are fenugreek.
Fenugreek, and I soak it. Soak like I grind for 3 cups only, but with smaller cup, and soak much more than this.
Wait, one second.
Handful.
Let me zoom in. Oh, so that's what it looks like. Okay.
And when you soak it, I'll show you that this thing also. Like this.
Oh, so this is how it looks when you soak it. Okay. So it puffs up. It basically absorbs the water, right?
Yeah. It's soaked and it can be eaten with yogurt, anything.
Okay. So you can mix it in yogurt, and what's the special property of Mendiam?
It controls your loose motions, and it's good for the
digestive
digestion.
process.
Yeah.
It's very alkaline, yeah? Konjam bitter.
It's bitter, but once soaked, it's really tasty, crunchy like any other.
And isn't that the main taste in Vethakurumba? That Mendiam taste that you get?
This you make it a little like thicker.
Like uttappam, huh? Magamapa magarisa.
Wait, it will form whole bitter.
So you archified the Mendiam?
I grind it along with the ulundu.
Oh, so it's right at the beginning. It's not like a topping or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Ground properly like any other dosha, this thing.
Okay, so it's an added ingredient. So you add the ulundu, which is the urud dal.
Another thing, the dough becomes the dough becomes, instead of whitish, it will become more little yellow.
Okay.
See?
Show me.
See, that's why the idlis you can make, but then we don't make idli with it. It's only dosha.
It won't rise as well.
No, it rises very well.
Oh.
The color is.
You'll have yellow idlis.
It's not a white this thing. Very good. I put it in a.
Welcome to Cooking with Mom, episode 4. Mom is making Mendiya Uttappama.
Doshai. We call it Mendiya
doshai.
It will come a little more softer than other normal doshai because of the mendi.
So,
see the holes in that?
Yeah. That's from the fermentation process, right?
It's more holes.
And so you make this dosha a little thicker, a little smaller, and when you make the batter, when you're grinding the batter, you add urud dal, you add methi seeds, which are fenugreek seeds.
Like quarter cup of methi
Quarter
seeds.
cup of soaked methi seeds.
Yeah, you soak it along
you
with
soak it
the-
along with it overnight, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so-
not necessary, few hours.
So the fermentation process takes place of not just the urud dal, which is the white lentil, but it also ferments the methi. Now, the beauty of fenugreek seeds are they're extremely bitter. And the rule of thumb is anything that's bitter is basic, or it's not basic like your millennial lingo of basic, but basic in terms of chemistry, it's alkaline, right? So anything alkaline is good in maintaining the intrinsic pH of the body. Most of the foods we eat are, well, have a carbohydrate base to them, and carbohydrates break down into simple sugars such as glucose and fructose. And what happens to glucose and fructose when they're digested? Glucose and fructose break down into acids. Acids are the basic byproduct of cellular respiration. So, by consuming a lot of food, your body tends to become acidic. And you need to counter these measures by eating foods that have some alkalinity to it. This is one of the very basic principles of Ayurveda. So, methi seeds are one of those foods that are beautifully alkaline and that really help in. Wow, look at that, so beautiful, and the steam coming off. Look at that. One more? Are you making one more? No? Okay.
It's very little.
So methi seeds are beautifully alkaline that help restoring the natural pH of the body.
And not only that, anybody having loose motion,
Yeah, anyone that
it's
has...
a home remedy.
Yeah, it's a home remedy
You
for
can even
any stomach or gastric issues.
yeah, and then
If you have a sour stomach or gastritis or acid reflux disease, this corrects it overnight. Mom's making a kutti dosha with the remaining mava. That's sesame seed, right?
sesame oil.
Sesame seed oil, gingerly oil. Beautiful, kutti dosha. Look at that, beautiful. Mendiya doshas are made a little smaller. They have bigger holes due to the fermentation process. Look at that, those holes. I'll zoom in for pretty little thing. So we have a number of Ayurvedic remedies that are built into our everyday diet. And the primary reason for building these remedies into our everyday diet is in order to maintain the balance of the system. And when you maintain the balance of the system, you do not fall into disease. Disease is a disruption of homeostasis in the body. When you maintain homeostasis, your body is in health. When the homeostasis is off balance, or when your body is no longer in stasis, right? When your body is no longer balanced, that's when you fall into a state of disease. And this is a very important concept which is so fundamental in our everyday thinking in Hindu households, in traditional Indian households, which is almost absent in the way of thinking in the West. And that's the Mendiya dosha. Dan, how's the dosha?
Dosha is excellent, and this.
So what is this? This
The
is
tomato anyway.
tokka, huh?
Okay.
So what is this tokka? Can you describe it to me? The taste?
It has got the sourness of the tomato.
Mm-hmm.
The chilies add to the tang, and there is the oil. which mellows and gives the flavor as well as the flow. And there is the curry leaf on. So it's a homogeneous thing which has an explosion of flavors of various types at one shot. It's so delicious. But you can't eat it by itself. It is used to touch
Like a
along
pickle.
with the dosa.
Okay.
It makes the taste of the dosa also come out real. You enjoy the whole experience of eating dosa.